Welcome back, everybody. You may remember our game show segment from last time. We are not doing another game show. We actually have a brand new segment for you. This one I'm pretty excited about, though. We've thought long and hard about what to call this one. The idea here is one of sending prompts from one person to the next. We're calling it clown-to-clown communication.
God.
The idea is what you're going to see here.
Oh, this is Red's beautiful work, by the way.
It really is. It's gorgeous.
Red.
So what we've done here is each of us has selected a few prompts. We came up with prompts of our own, and we generated some images associated with it. And we have a few threads so people pass to different people for different games. But essentially what we've done is we generate a grid of 9 images. We take the worst image and pass it along to the next person in the thread for them to guess what the prompt was and repeat the process. So for instance, if I come up with a prompt, I generate a terrible image, I might send it to Red, who has the unfortunate task in front of them to figure out what I was actually using as my prompt. They will then type in that prompt and do the same thing again. We've saved for each of the prompts the best image, the one that we think represents the prompt the most, followed by the worst prompt. And so we're actually going to see what happens along the way. So let's get our logo out of here. Goodbye.
Goodbye, logo!
So beautiful.
Miss you.
It's basically Gardic phone with Dali, yes.
Yeah. So, let me make sure I've got everything set up here. My first image is as appears here. And the prompt associated with that is Tom Hanks eating a delicious rare steak off a toilet in a public bathroom.
What the fuck?
Sure.
Are you okay?
It's Tom Hanks, sort of.
So this
Who
was
started
my
this
prompt.
thread?
This was a thread I started. I really wanted to capture the real essence of Tom Hanks in a situation you wouldn't usually find him in, and I think it's unlikely that we would ever see Tom Hanks eating a steak off of a toilet. So
That we know of.
yeah, I mean, you probably wouldn't take pictures of it.
Yeah.
So
That's sicko to sicko communication.
yeah. This was actually the picture I thought was best. The picture that I thought was worst for this prompt was actually this one. A little less clear what was actually going on there, and maybe a little less faithful to
He's got a little bib, though.
who Tom Hanks actually is. So I sent this one to Red, who then typed in Forrest Gump eating straight out of a toilet in a men's bathroom.
In the spirit of it, I've just got a little water on it.
Yeah, I was really surprised that it actually, got the Tom Hanks across. That was recognizable.
Yeah, I would say that aside from slight wording differences, you absolutely nailed what the prompt was. So good on you. That prompt actually generated this image, which I think is definitely
Even better.
lot more Forrest Gump than Tom Hanks, right? I mean, that is capturing the essence of Forrest Gump, the haircut, the everything. Unfortunately, as a side effect, it also happened to generate this image.
Oh.
This is actually a new SCP right here.
Can I take a moment to talk about the weird reality that every time Dali does something with toilets, it always wants to generate 2?
Yeah, I think it wants to make like a tank and also like a sink.
Sure.
This quarter-sized tank, though, just crammed into the corner. Is that feasible? Can we get away with that?
So I sent this to Sanguinary, and I was very excited to see what happened.
Yeah,
Oh, I did not.
Sanguinary interpreted this as, do you remember what your prompt was, Sanguinary?
I think mine was a priest trying to exorcise a haunted toilet. I think
it was priest performing an exorcism on a toilet haunted by poop.
I think it was a priest.
I mean, because it kind of looked Mormonish, but Mormon wasn't ever working.
Like a Mormon.
Yeah, he's got big youth pastor energy in this shot.
Yeah.
So that
and
did generate this image. Just great.
Oh my fucking god.
He's taking care of it, and I'm like, he's a little more professional now, a little less youth pastor. Maybe this is like later in his career after he's exercised many toilets.
Return for the same toilet demon.
So for as
this is
faithful
really good.
as this prompt is, or this image is to the prompt, unfortunately, it also generated this image.
Oh, fuck.
Oh my god. It's so ominous. This is like from my segment.
Yeah, it really is like from your segment. So Wobbly, seeing this picture, believed it to be a headless toilet monster, ultra-realistic 4K best.
Yeah.
Accurate, yes.
Oh, some Dolly jamming right there.
Right, that is the Dali process if you haven't generated your own prompts. Which, I mean, kind of got it, right? Headless toilet
Silent
monster.
Hill.
I mean, it works. It looks like Silent Hill 2, but like HD remake.
Right.
Yeah, where the eyes have been replaced by mouths.
Really solid stuff. Really, really solid stuff. At the very end of it, however, Wobbly believed this to be the least intelligible of the images.
I feel like that's a defensible position.
I don't think anyone would argue with you that does not seem to does not seem to capture the idea of a headless toilet monster.
Yeah, this toilet monster clearly has a head.
I mean,
refund.
Technically it is a head if it's a toilet monster.
Hey.
So we made it all the way from Tom Hanks enjoying a delicious rare steak off of a toilet in a public bathroom to really just the toilet at the end of the day. Maybe.
With a head.
At the end of the day, we're all toilets.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's deep.
Yeah.
Anyone's a toilet if you're brave enough.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
I do not love that.
Moving on. Yep.
All right, let me load up the next set. We have 8 of these, and just so I'm clear on the process, we generated we generate 8 threads. So essentially, everyone got to start 2 threads, and the order was a little randomized beyond that. I think I made sure that everyone also ended 2 threads to cut down on the amount of work and so on. So this is my other prompt that I started. So the text...
Also, I want to say credit for Oth for organizing all this. He did most of the work, like organizing all the stuff. He made like a Google form for us, and he did a lot of work, and he's like, oh, I'm not creative. You guys are crazy artists doing all the shit. And it's like, no.
Yeah.
Everybody applaud Author Blues. He did really good, and we're very proud of him.
Thanks.
Yeah, it is the glue that is holding all of this together.
This is an exceptionally, powerful group, but Oth is the one with the brain power to organize it, because the rest of us are all absolute ADHD ding-dong.
I'm still an ADHD ding-dong, but I can open a program and click some buttons for a little while.
He's definitely the most competent of all of us.
I don't
And,
know that that's
life
true.
stuff. The rest of us are, wizards of various qualities.
So my next prompt
ADHD.
was a little bit difficult to nail down. My next prompt was a man in a burrito costume dancing in hell, which generated this prompt. I thought was great. I thought this was pretty solid.
It's an Among Us burrito in hell. Got it?
Wait a minute, I got timed out from chat? ?
Yeah,
What did you do?
Kate Lib timed you out.
I don't know what I did.
I hate how it kind of looks like a joint. Like a fucked up joint.
Oh, but this is literally smoking the lettuce, given that color.
Yeah.
The
It
thing
is
that
in
I
hell,
liked
this
so much about this prompt, however, is that aside from the 8 that were really good, they all looked like a burrito guy with flames behind him, obviously having a terrible time. It did generate this.
Oh fuck!
Oh, is that what I got?
I don't know what this is.
This is
terrible.
a taco Jesus, is what this is.
Yeah, it's like one of those images of Jesus where he's got the halo behind him, but you tried to make it out of burrito materials.
Do you remember exactly what you wrote for this one, Wobbly?
Yes,
yeah,
not exactly.
Paraphrase, sure.
Yeah, I saw also a portrait of Jesus, but he is constructed out of some kind of Mexican food.
Yeah, you did say that. You said Jesus, but he's actually Mexican food.
Yeah, that typo is authentic. I didn't realize until after it generated, and what I got was good enough. I just let it rock.
Absolutely. So that generated this.
I feel the need to explain myself.
Okay, feel free to explain yourself here.
It is the Holy Trinity.
Oh.
See, you've got the triangle in the center, and then you've got the loops on the left, top, and right. And it is the knot that is used to depict the Holy Trinity of, like, you know, the Spirit, the Ghost, the Son, or I don't actually know what that is, but, like, I recognize the symbology. Okay. And that's why this is the best representation that I can get.
Do you feel like you're ready to explain this one quite as much?
Yes. This one, Jesus is not actually the Mexican food. He is presiding over the plate of fries.
So it's more just like a metaphor.
It's the Tex-Mex communion.
Dolly missed it on this one.
I really liked that some of these, as I was generating them, like, the line between the best and the worst is razor thin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I totally agree. The Tom Hanks eating steak off of a toilet was exactly that. I think if you look at them side by side, then you'd be excused for thinking that there's not really much difference between the two images, but you look at a grid of 9 and you know which one's best and worst.
Yeah. I want to really quickly recap in case, like, anyone came in late, because I saw someone, like, wondering what this was in chat. This is clown-to-clown communication. It's like Gardic Phone with DALL-E. We generate an image from a prompt, we send it to the next person without telling them what the prompt is. Rather, we send the worst image from that set to them. And then they describe what the fuck they think that is. And send the worst image from that to the next person, and so on. And it's a game of telephone with DALL-E. That's it. So, this one is what I received from Wobbly. No context given.
Right. So do you remember anything about this prompt? Like, what did you see in it?
I believe it was something like three Jesuses having dinner with Nautilus.
Yeah, that's exactly right. 3 Jesus Christ having dinner with Nautilus, which, first off, just on principle, that's a great prompt. And it does look like it generated something pretty good. I think, hard-pressed to imagine that there was anything better that you got out of that.
Yeah, no, this was pretty obviously the standout. And I did have to, like, regenerate this a few times. Like, the first time I tried to use the proper plural of nautiluses, just incoherent.
Sure. That makes sense. But here, maybe a little less clear what's going on.
Yes, yeah. This one kind of threw out the nautiluses, or made them a dinner, and made the Jesuses into sort of like these abstract Silent Hill monsters, vaguely garbed like medieval peasants.
Yeah, I would say garbled is right. I think it loses something in here. Because Sanguinary said, as a response, Jesus and Judas hashing it out over a pizza painting. I know that where I put the emphasis on that in that sentence changed it, but I like mine better. They hashed out over a pizza painting.
I really love, personally, that you were able to discern that it was Jesus.
Because it's very fresco-like, and there was a table, so I'm like, I guess it's like, there's probably like a Last Supper that it's picking up on, and then like, this is very like iconography you would see in frescoes, so that was my best guess.
Wow, you were really the right person to interpret this.
But it did great. Like, I mean, that is Jesus and Judas and a pizza. And based on the way they're sitting, like they're angled toward each other, they are absolutely hashing it out. They're buds now.
Figuring out.
Tell me you can't see this hanging in just the most Catholic Domino's you've ever been inside of.
I hope so.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'd steal it.
Yeah, I got that. Though...
Clearly though. They've hashed it out too much.
They've become one with the pizza.
Oh, it's a needlework. I see. I get it. It's
It's a
embroidery.
latch rug.
I love that we came all the way from a burrito in hell to a pizza with Jesus. That's just, I mean, it's such a leap. Look at this. Burrito in hell, pizza with Jesus.
It really shows you that redemption is always possible.
Yeah, we as artists are seeking our redemption through Dolly,
so-
and boy, we're failing.
This is the journey of Inferno, Purgatorio, and Paradiso, but in food.
Oh yes, the third level of hell, Chuck E. Cheese.
Why are there... Just a quick
Immediately
question.
followed by the fourth level, Cece's.
Just a quick question. Why are there, like, fruit gushers baked into the pizza?
You know,
for flavor.
this is a pizza from Bate Papo's earlier days.
It's,
Okay.
it's interpretive work, okay? You don't have to...
Oh my god.
So, next up, we're starting the block of prompts started by Red.
Hey, I had to work really hard on these. It's very hard to get something
Very hard to
vague
start
enough.
them. It's very hard to start.
You have to get something that's like has one image that's coherent and one that is not.
God, I feel like such a monster because I rocked up to these and just like one and done both.
Well, I mean, you did great. So it's funny that chat looked at the pizza, said, I see the Grinch in this, and that's great, because that's a perfect segue into Red's first prompt, which was the Grinch flattened on pavement.
Oh.
Oh no.
Let me go ahead and get the next set of images loaded up.
I tried to pick something that I thought was like very funny.
So what do you think you're going to get from that? Well, you definitely get this. That's the Grinch.
And he does look pretty flat.
Yeah.
And that is pavement.
Is that his tiny sleigh turned sideways in the corner?
Or
Like
it's his
he's been
leg.
part of some horrible accident.
I think you're right. That is Grinch and Grinch paraphernalia at the least. However, not all of them were quite so good. You also get things like this.
And I just sent this to Sanguinary, no context given, like, good luck. So Sanguinary, what did you think?
Well, I can at least say I did see a Grinch in this. Like, that color, red and green, is pretty, like,
It's kind of fuzzy
unmistakable.
too, right?
Yeah. A little, like, goopy or, like, a little stringy kind of looking. So, if I remember correctly, it was like, I thought it was a Grinch crawling on the ground with a holiday drink or something.
The Grinch crawling on the sidewalk with a festive drink.
Yeah. You know, he's in a bar crawl at the very end. It didn't take bar crawl very well.
No.
He
Literal
didn't
crawl.
understand the meaning of crawl. He took it very literally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that gave us something like this.
Oh god.
Which for the prompt is fantastic.
Oh, ew, I hate his face.
You hate his little ocular eyes.
Oh, he doesn't have a nose. It's gone. I
Just need that
appreciate,
to
like,
drink.
the little straw, I guess.
It's festive.
This is actually really faithful to the prompt, it feels like. Like,
Yeah,
it just
yeah.
absolutely got every piece of it. It also got that.
And I sent this to Oth with no fucking context.
Oh, good lord. He has become the drink.
Yeah.
I hated this. I definitely didn't see it as a
too.
drink. I can tell you, even without looking at what I wrote crawling baby Grinch on a leash. Which I think you can see where I was coming from.
Yeah, I see it. That's clear as day.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, that's very good.
Which I think did pretty good. Here's baby Grinch with a
Christ.
leash.
Oh god.
Oh, that's cute. That's kind of endearing if it weren't for the terrible
I
parenting
guess.
involved.
He's precious. We love him
It
a
looks
lot.
like you took him to a J.C. Penney's for like his photos.
Get the leash in the photo.
You also get this.
Right.
Oh, I remember getting this.
This is a precious
God.
moments, Grinch.
Oh, It's like Cthulhu.
I got this next to your Taco Bell abomination at the same time, and this was what set the tone for the entirety of my experience building this segment with y'all.
Yeah.
Oh god, what'd you describe it as?
I mean, I feel like it's pretty reasonable. Off, you wanna
Yeah,
throw
right
that
itself.
up there?
It's demonic baby the Grinch becomes Santa Claus.
Oh, you really got the Grinch. It stayed until the end.
I think all that green gives it away, you know?
Yeah.
That much green and furry does kind of spoil it.
That's true, that's true.
There was another prompt that also turned out extremely green, so...
It did. Yeah, I remember exactly what you're talking about. I was at the end of that line. So that gave us this.
Rice.
Oh, I mean, it did its job.
I'm having a visceral reaction to this one.
Yeah.
I think this is the one that's gotten the closest to the Jim Carrey Grinch, too, with that, like, snub nose.
Yeah, not
it's gross.
Wow, I hate that one a lot.
Oh, ew. He's like a little, you know that kid like from the dinosaurs show where it's like, gotta love me.
Yeah,
it's
no.
like that. Oh.
See, I thought it looked like somebody tried to carve an old man face into a turnip.
Oh yeah.
The original jack-o'-lantern kind of thing.
And on the right, he's like turning feral. He's returning. He's turning into a zombie. He's got those like milky zombie eyes.
Alright, let me load up the next one.
So this is another one from yours truly.
Mm-hmm.
I genuinely don't remember what I put in, so this is a surprise for both of us.
So here's your first image. Based on the prompt, Pikachu being sprayed by a fire hose.
They keep showing up.
It's so good, though. Also, how did you get Dolly Mini to show us a Pikachu that does not look like it is just pulled straight out of the anime?
Luck. I didn't even put any, like, 4K HD or anything in it. It just did it.
Yeah, all like mine have that barbaric stuff tacked on the back end of it, but, like, man, this came out real solid.
It came out, like, very realistic.
Yeah,
this looks like a deleted scene.
Not wet, so that's good. I know you see the hose in it, but it's creepy enough that I would argue that this picture is definitely creepy and not wet.
Oh, I thought it was cute.
He does look very surprised, like, oh no!
That generated this as well, though.
See, that's what I expected.
Oh, yeah, you're gonna get that.
You know, you leave, food around and batteries around, and, like, you're just gonna get these kind of Pikachus.
Wobbly, do you remember what you saw in this picture?
Not for a minute.
Okay, yeah, that was Pablo Picasso's Pikachu, actually.
Oh, that's right. I remember this now. In
his defense, Pablo Picasso threw a Pokeball. It's his.
That's all it takes to own an animal.
Wow.
And that gave us this.
Oh, God.
He's kind of breaking apart and doing a little mitosis.
You're just viewing him from multiple angles simultaneously.
That's a very Picasso thing, for what it's worth. You remember the freak show that you created in the process, though?
I do. Buckle the fuck up, chat.
Yeah. So I actually received this one, and I got nerd sniped by this one because I knew that I recognized the style, but I couldn't make sense of it. And it wasn't until everything got submitted that I realized that it was mimicking the etudes that Pablo Picasso did, the drawing etudes that are like the series of a horse being drawn more or less and less with less and less realism at each step. I think that's what it was pulling from for this.
Interesting.
I recognized it perfectly once I remembered where it was from, because at the time I could not for the life of me work it out. I punched in a few artist names trying to see if I could see something that was familiar to me, but I could not figure it out. So finally I ended up landing on Pikachu Geometric Hieroglyph Hell. This was a workshopped prompt where I was trying to get it to generate something that looked the way I wanted it to.
I had to do that with a few of them.
Yeah, not my proudest moment for you to see the results, but you should just know that everything up to that prompt was not very good. I do think that I got some art out of it in the process, though. I ended up getting things like this.
Oh.
That's pretty.
Oh, that looks really nice, actually.
Yeah. You'd see that on a Gen 5 card art.
It's like bisexual. I write.
It is. It looks like one of those heavy stylized promo Pokemon cards.
Yeah, like the Mew.
Yeah. It also did things like this.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing this one.
Oh.
Yes.
I'm really starting to see like the most reductionist Pikachu that I could possibly draw.
Hey, you remember, Sanguinary, when I was setting up rapidly for this segment, and I just blurted out loud, "What the fuck, Sanguinary?" Do you remember that moment?
I like vaguely, but it's hard to tell what was going to set that up.
Right,
There's a lot of things that could do
that. It was this. So Sanguinary saw in this Edward Gorey illustration of a ghost Pikachu. I promise, wherever you think this is going, you're wrong. It's amazing.
Edward Gorey's great.
Oh, good lord!
It got real close!
Yeah, it did a good job.
Holy shit. Oh my god.
That's terrifying, and I love it.
This is fucked up.
Hey, what if a Cubone and a Pikachu were like hybridized, huh? A little bit.
Met you in an alley.
We also got this one, and this was the one that made me yell.
I love this one so much. Look
I'm gonna see this in my nightmares.
Oh my god, it's like... Oh god, it's like a...
I'm sorry.
How did we get from cute Pikachu under a fire hose?
He's got a great stride, though.
I mean, I've heard about the move water gun and its effects on electric types, and
this is just the end result, you know?
Yeah, maybe this is a before and after.
There was this thing a while back, like there's this blog I follow about AI experiments, and they like asked the AI to make like knitting patterns, and this feels like a knitting pattern for a Pikachu, but deeply fucked. Like you fucked up real bad along the way.
Yeah.
I need to make an engraving of this fucking Pikachu.
If anybody were to make that Pikachu as like a plush toy, keep it to your fucking self.
Yeah, don't show anyone. Ideally, like lock it, like bury it in your backyard under the new moon.
You know that song?
You sure you don't want Horachu?
this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Don't.
So, on the subject of fucked up crimes that Sanguinary committed.
Okay.
Don't even.
We're now entering the block of prompts from Sanguinary.
I don't remember if there's birds. I can't tell you. Oh, okay, there's no birds.
Scully cutting open a giant Furby on an autopsy table.
Hello?
It dropped Scully a lot. That's
It
a
really
shame.
did lose it in the process, because I mean, maybe it's there. It's hard to say.
Oh my god! Jesus Christ!
That's horrifying, and I love it.
Oh, Christ.
Oh my god.
It really loves Furbies, but only
really
the Furbies
does.
that stares into your soul.
Yeah, Furby was kind of fucked up because I knew it was Furby, but I knew that if I typed Furby in, I would just get a picture of Furby, so I had to go the long way around when I was presented with a prompt that looked like, or an image that looked like this.
Oh my god.
It did nail the alien feeling, though, on this one.
It did.
Ew.
It did. I didn't see getting cut open, though. I just saw a lot of hands with gloves, and so I said Furby getting a deep tissue massage laying down on a massage table. I wasn't concerned with how many hands. I was just trying to land on the right aesthetic.
Oh god. It's ugly. It's terrible. I hate it.
Yeah, I had to dance around this prompt for a little while. I ended up getting this. pretty harmless. It's really nothing going on here. This is a Furby getting a deep tissue massage.
That almost could be like an eBay photo of a Furby.
Well, that may actually be where Dolly learned it. I was worried because I didn't think I would get a prompt that would pass on very well. Fortunately, I did get this.
It's curled around your arm. It's broken every bone.
Ew.
Body horror Furby.
Ew. God, that makes me like cringe.
Yeah, despite how horrifying this is, Wobbly had a pretty charitable interpretation of it, though. Wobbly kindly was concerned for the Furby's well-being and thought that this was a Furby being treated at the veterinarian's office.
It's true.
I'm glad Furby still lives.
I mean, I did recognize that it needed some kind of medical attention.
I was really hoping that the hand kind of partially obscuring the beak. Furbies have beaks. Obscuring the beak might have thrown you off. I was really just trying to get it out of Furby space, because I knew we were trapped there.
Furbies are immutable.
It's okay. It's okay. You finally escaped Kirby Hell with this next one, and I know because I got one of Wobbly's.
Yeah.
Let's see what those were.
So Wobbly did get this picture, which, I mean, it's two Furbies being treated at a veterinarian's office, but aside from that, I do think that that's a really great representation of the prompt.
You have two Furbies upon your shoulder. An angel and a devil.
Something is wrong with my Furby. Well, sir, it seems that you have two Furbies, actually. That would explain it. However, there's also this.
Oh, but yeah, I think we finally got out of Furby.
I was really needing us to get out of Furby space, and I do appreciate that we did not end up on a Furby prompt.
Yeah, no, this is what I got, and I'm very impressed, actually, that it, like, started off with rubber gloves and, like, got out of that, then got back into it. Like, it went out of the medical setting, then directly back in.
Well, Red saw in this a surgeon stitching together a bootleg Mickey Mouse stuffed animal.
Yeah, I can see it.
I see that.
Yeah, I understand. Which produced this? Hey, Mickey.
I still have that.
That's the mouse right there.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, I fell off the back of a truck!
But it's also this.
Oh no, I hate!
Oh, God.
Oh, he's not Luigi.
Our Mickey Mouse is a lemming now.
I don't know what to think.
And he's being offered, like, a candy.
I've been through a lot today, okay? He got cut open, got a deep tissue massage, and then had to go to the vet.
And now has, like, 3 extra limbs.
He deserves a candy bar, okay? So we started here. And ended here.
I'm glad the body horror stayed the entire time, though.
Did at least make it partially out of town.
I mean, Dolly pulls no punches. It doesn't have a body and does not consider the agony that one could endure.
Look, the server just lives in Uncanny Valley, and you have to accept the side effects.
Alright, let me load up our next series. So this one is also from Sanguinary, and so the starting prompt was as follows: trans flag colored Godzilla destroying TERF City.
It's the reason for the season.
Fuck yeah.
10 out of 10, I love it.
Support. That generated this prompt, which is great.
I like how it actually made him into a flag.
Hell yeah.
But I wasn't gonna fight it.
Yeah. No, it looks great. It pretty much captured the prompt.
However.
There's this.
Oh, Jesus. It turned from trans Godzilla destroying TERF City to TERF Godzilla destroying Trans City.
Or maybe this is just him returning home to his trans city, and he's like, man, I'm glad I crushed that one.
That's true. This is his journey.
Trans-metropolitan.
Hey.
So now Wobbly received this prompt, this image, and came up with the prompt Godzilla waving a trans pride flag. I think we can see it. I get it.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Which did generate this image.
He's even holding it with his little hands.
Tiny little hands showing support. We also got this.
He has become the flag now.
Amazing.
I had a real hard time with this prompt, like coming up with anything coherent.
Based on the prompt you wrote, I see that. So Red wrote, Fat Godzilla in profile colored like the trans flag with trans flag background with glitter on the floor.
You know what? At least, like, you still saw the Godzilla, though. That's impressive.
I'm sorry, Red, I will not change the font size so all of that appears.
That's okay. That's okay. It's alright.
There's a lot here. Since it's not showing up on screen, I'll read it one more time. Fat Godzilla in profile, colored like the trans flag, with trans flag background, with glitter on floor. Which, I mean, I see where you'd get that from. And that produced...
Oh my god, I love him!
This beautiful baby.
Oh my god.
He's perfect.
Beautiful.
Just an orb.
Fat Godzilla, it's too strong.
There was something that was like slightly more accurate to Godzilla, but I saw this and was like, no. This is the
best baby.
child. This is what I have to show to the universe.
I'm Penguin poisoned because he is just Orbzilla to me.
Orb.
Yeah, I was actually sent this instead.
Yeah.
Which, so I had to discern the prompt from this one. And I put, tiny green friendly Godzilla says trans rights, hell yeah.
Yes! Godzilla stayed through the whole thing!
It really did maintain the essence the whole time.
It was important.
So I know it feels... Oh god.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Hell yeah.
A little body.
I love him. I also got that, which I don't necessarily... I wouldn't say that that's bad. I just thought that the, like, trans mohawk was sick as fuck.
It is pretty sick. It is pretty sick. It actually looks kind of like bisexual colors. Like, he's double reppin'.
So yeah, that's that whole prompt. And this one is the leash jarring jump from Trans Godzilla to Trans Godzilla.
Happy Pride, y'all. Sorry this one wasn't as, like, drastic, but it's still pretty great.
Oh, it was sick.
I feel like it really just does drive home that it is, they are rights and they are inalienable, and not even DALL-E could escape from that.
Exactly.
That's true. That's true.
Alright, so... Let me get our next one loaded up.
God, these are so much more unhinged than I ever imagined.
I do love this, because this is like a reveal to all of us at the same time. Like,
I'm the only one who's even barely seen any of this, and only just to save files to a folder. So our next prompt is Mobile Suit Gundam rides the bus ultra realistic 4K.
Oh, is this started by Wobbly by chance?
This is the first one of the Wobbly block.
I am the only one who uses Mobile Suit prefixing Gundam, as is accurate.
Question, did you mean to spell it like the oil company?
Yeah.
Did I? Hang on, I gotta...
it should have an E at it. Unless...
Hang on, I have to look.
Exxon Mobil Suit Gundam.
No, it's supposed to have an E in there. I spelled it right.
Okay. I will cease roasting you.
Thank you. Look, I can't draw the cool S, but I can spell Mobile Suit Gundam. That is the thing I have practiced.
Okay, so that generated this image.
He is riding the bus, so that's fair.
Yeah, he is riding the bus.
He had to take his head off to get in there, but you know.
Sacrifices.
You do what you gotta do to ride public transportation. We all need to do our part. That also generated this, however.
Kind of like a Zaku legs, though.
And I think if there has to be a point in which this particular thread went off the rails, I will take the blame for it. Because I went a slightly different direction with this. I did recognize that it was the Mobile Suit Gundam. But I wrote, so my prompt was, Gundam wing robot surrounded by ominous grandfather clocks.
Not even regular grandfather clocks, ominous ones.
I can see it. I can see it.
Your time is up.
I actually wasn't 100% certain. I was pretty sure this was Mobile Suit Gundam, but I did type in Mechazord first, and the colors were all wrong, and I was like, okay, I was right.
I appreciate your consideration.
Yeah.
You might know a thing or two about Minovsky particles after all.
Yeah. Which generated this image?
Oh, now I see the clocks.
This is a Castlevania boss.
They're pretty artistically rendered. Yeah, if you got you got a picture from me. I did not try to make it easy on you. In fact, the image I gave you was this one.
Yeah.
Which it's really not ominous grandfather clocks. It's just one really large table clock. It looks like to me.
Yeah, or like just I read it as stained glass.
It's kind of cool. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought it looked metal enough to pass along.
We're barreling from Mobile Suit Gundam into G Gundam. And
we went into the worst Gundam next because I thought it was. I tried to it was stained glass, so I'm like, I need to make this very angelic, so I had to do Wing Gundam. So the enunciation of Wing Gundam in stained glass.
I love this prompt so much. I just want you to know that I think you really knocked it out of the park. I'm not even from like a perspective of our telephone game we're playing here. I just want you to know that is art.
I had to look up what enunciation meant.
And here we have a beautiful Gundam with wings and a trumpet to announce the coming of Christ.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, obviously.
It looks really nice.
That is cooler than literally anything Warhammer 40k has ever come up with.
Yeah.
So,
fucking
up
hard
until
out.
this point, it held the threat of Gundam really well.
Oh yeah, so I slam dunked that into the trash.
Thank God we made it all the way to the end with Gundam. I think that's really great. So this was our next image, and if you can't see a Gundam in there, something's wrong with you. Red, do you remember what you saw in this image? I want to confirm with you that you also saw a Gundam, a Mobile Suit Gundam. I'm looking over the list. What was it you said this was?
I saw an anime girl wearing a red leotard with her leg up like a ballerina with white hair and a bird's face.
Yeah, so
I'm not sure I put the bird's face in there.
No, you wrote stained glass anime ballerina, leg bent up with red leotard, white hair surrounded by flowers.
I mean, that's what it fucking looked like.
It does. I can't see the anime girl in the red leotard. I can see the bird face. I can see the flowers.
So we ended up here.
Wow.
Okay, alright, yeah.
I do appreciate that we really stuck to the stained glass motif, though.
We
also got
I had a hard time getting it coherent, and yeah, this happened.
Oh, I love this. I love this. This fucking woman centaur of a woman.
I'm gonna have to explain this to my coworkers later.
With this series of images.
So we started at Mobile Suit Gundam Rides the Bus Ultra Realistic 4K, and ended up at stained glass anime ballerina leg bent with red leotard, white hair surrounded by flowers.
And ended up looking more like a fucking pair of Silent Hill monsters.
I think it's great.
Thank you.
James is coming to punish you for your sins. Or punish James for his sins.
Alright, we have one more prompt left. I know everyone's enjoying this, but we've only got one left in the chamber here. So our next one...
All good things must come to an end.
Our next one is Halo Master Chief drives a forklift through Walmart.
Oh!
I know, when I saw that text, I was like, oh, can't wait to find out how we get to where I am.
What is a Gundam, if not a big forklift? I ask you.
I thought you were gonna say a big Master Chief.
My forklift is just power armor.
So that generated this.
Oh.
Which, I mean, it's all there. Halo Master Chief driving a forklift through a Walmart.
It does Walmarts and, like, grocery stores very well.
It does Walmart really well. That's one of the few things that if you type it in your prompt, you're pretty much guaranteed to nail it.
It took a lot of effort not to just make everything a Walmart prompt.
This one, it's a little less clear. I would say it's not as obvious that is Halo Master Chief.
It looks more like a cabbage.
That could be any 8-foot-tall green cyborg.
Would you believe me if I told you that Red received this image and still picked out Halo Master Chief working in forklift?
What?
Yes.
Illegal.
I even tried Walmart and it made it so incoherent that I just went back to forklift.
I'm genuinely impressed that you discerned a Halo Master Chief from that.
I mean, he's got like the bit of amber in the middle and like chunks
he's a spear.
Green armor.
I see it. I see like toward the top you got like sort of the amber reflective thing. You'd have to really be looking for it, but if you know Wobbly, I can guess that.
It's just I did a few Halo Master Chief prompts and he's just a very specific shade of green.
I could see Doom Guy for this. I could see a Ninja Turtle for this maybe.
This is a Chozo Brussels sprout.
Well, Red typed this prompt in and got this image of stock photo Halo Master Chief working a forklift.
That's really good.
I did try stock photo. Holy crap.
It also generated this, though. Which might be a small departure from Halo Master Chief, admittedly. What did you think this was, Sanguinary?
Oh, I thought, what was this? The Jolly Green Giant driving a forklift, I think?
Not even driving it? You were more specific that he stole it. Jolly Green Giant, notable forklift theft.
He sees you, like, stock in the grocery store with his children. He's fucking breaking in.
Why did you steal it?
Why would you work one?
I mean, Jolly Green Giant, you think the Jolly Green Giant owns a forklift? The only way he's behind the wheel of a forklift is that he stole it.
No, they won't ever let him drive one, because they're like, dude, you're a giant man. We can't have you in this forklift.
Which
certified, sir.
Mostly got it. I would say that this is definitely less forklift and more...
He broke
like thresher? Like a thresher in a field, maybe?
Why does he look kind of sexy?
He does look very horny.
He had to wear a pair of denims because that was OSHA approved.
He looks like he's in like a pinup, like one of those like fireman pinups they sell for charity.
He does look pretty oiled up.
Just oil me up them big greens and fry them.
It's a wonderful opportunity for me to see how we got here to this image, however.
That's really what sold it more than anything.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh god!
There was a period of time in us generating all of these images where I was the one holding up the train, and it's because I was staring at this one just trying to discern meaning from it.
It's like Dr. Manhattan, but he ate too much broccoli and he turned green.
Yeah, I wrote specifically a giant man made of ooze who is somehow forklift certified.
Why the forklift lives?
Why does the forklift keep living through it?
Forklift is pretty powerful imagery.
I really enjoy that Author Blues just sees a large ooze man and a forklift next to each other, and he goes, oh yeah, that guy's probably certified.
Yeah, he's probably using it. He's like, Sanguinary is like, oh yeah, he stole the fuck out of that forklift. But Author Blues is like, I'm sure he's illegally using this.
Sanguinary was dealing with the Jolly Green Giant. The calculus is different, okay? Does this guy look like the sort of guy who's going to try to operate a forklift without certification?
No, you're right. He seems pretty responsible.
So this actually gave me this.
Look at the cakes on this fucker.
Oh, is he wearing a horse head?
The front cakes, by the way.
Yeah, I've noticed Dally really likes to put the ass on the front.
That's because everyone deserves to see it.
Dolly's just aspiring to be a Marvel Comics cover artist.
Why is he wearing a horse head?
Yeah, it also like generated this though, which makes me the one generating birds last.
Oh god! Oh no!
Ouch. Oh my god!
Jesus! Why does he have hooves?
He's got little fuzzy slippers though.
Oh god! He's so wrinkled. He's like scrunkly.
Scrunkly is a very good word. Oh my god!
I remember this guy from Chex Quest. He was not forklift certified back then.
Known Skrunkleman.
Oh, I hate
Okay,
him.
kids, this summer you're going with your Skrunkle Sam.
So we started here with the honorable Halo Master Chief operating a forklift in Walmart, doing his job.
Certified also.
To it.
I enjoy that we lost certification midway through, but we regained it.
It's like Hulk Hogan and the Grinch did a fusion dance.
No.
The Grinch.
Oh.
Grinch Rogan.
Well, these are all of our threads.
Rogan.
This if we do more AI art party, I think this might be a thing that we do again, because it doesn't really have any specific theme. It's just kind of fun goofing around, and was pretty easy to organize in the end. So we might make this a staple if we ever do any more of these. It turned out absurdly well.
I hear what you're saying, but have you considered if we took 5 perfectly good art game prompts and we just threw them away
in the trash again,
right in the garbage?
Like, what if we next time threw all of these in the trash and then made 6 segments and then wait until 2 a.m.?
So we do have one more segment. It's Off segment. It's very cute, and I hope you guys will stick around for it. It's a little shorter than the others, and I'm really happy. I'm excited to see it.
Yep. See you soon.